Does the recent release of Mario Golf Super Rush prove that physical media is becoming obsolete? Let's talk about it. So welcome back, guys, to another video, and yes, this is another opinion piece. This is definitely my perspective on gaming media today. And the reason why I'm making this video is because the recent release of Mario Golf Super Rush has, of course, a day one patch. Most games get day one patches. Most games get the bugs fixed right when you buy the game physically and you have to install it, even though you have it on disc. You have it on cartridge if you're playing it on the Switch. There's no reason for it. Well, there might be more than you actually expect. See, the recent patch on the Mario Golf release adds some new features, fixed some bugs, and most importantly, if you have the game physically and you don't have internet connection, you're playing an obsolete version of the game. And that's kind of disheartening to know about, but it's the sad truth. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, why don't these companies just, wait for the game to be finished and just put it out instead of doing day one patches? Well, if you were a developer from CD Projekt Red and you're working on Cyberpunk and you got numerous death threats because the game wasn't coming out exactly when someone wanted to play the game, you might see why a lot of companies that have a lot of investments try to put these games out as quick as possible. A lot of the day one patches is because of physical media. Because when you have a physical copy of a game, you have to have a master. Just like if you were to produce an album, you have to have a master. A master is going to be that thing that gets copied and distributed everywhere. And the problem is, when they reach those developing time frames, when they have to put out the game in a certain period of time to make that master, sometimes they don't catch all the bugs. They're human. Sometimes they don't catch everything. Sometimes they don't have time to add certain features. So that, and also the games are becoming so big that honestly physical media cannot hold everything that's in that game at this point. With certain size of disc and carts, you have to download the game as well as owning it physical. So it's honestly getting to a point that physical media is almost kind of pointless. I think as a collector, as someone who wants to archive gaming history, I think physical media is very important, but I also feel the same way about digital as well. There are so many instances of gaming preservation that's been resurfaced thanks to digital media. I mean, if you were lucky enough to download the prototype to Golden Axe on Steam, which was a Golden Axe game that was being developed that unfortunately got scrapped, and Sega actually put out the prototype. Now, you can't just go out there and buy a prototype. It's going to cost you a lot of money, but there are people who have prototypes who end up ripping them online, and you're able to experience that piece of gaming history, and I think that's actually pretty awesome. I personally like physical and digital media. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to make it sound like that I'm completely against owning physical games. I mean, you guys can see behind me, I have physical games, and even Mario Golf on the Switch, I plan on buying it physically. And why? Because it's a Nintendo title, and if you guys have watched some of my previous videos, I talk about how Nintendo keeps value. I know if I get Mario Golf, and I know if I play it, and I have it for a couple of months, and I don't like it, I can go back and sell the game or trade the game and get my money back or get it towards another game. No problem, because it's Nintendo and it holds value. Now, with that being said, until console gaming has a ecosystem that we can actually somehow trade or sell our digital games, I feel like until then, digital media will always be secondary to physical to that regard economically. But I mean, it's kind of disheartening knowing that you could buy a physical copy of a game now in 2021. And if for some reason you don't have internet connection, I mean, all of us have internet connection, but I mean, there might be an instance, hey, you just bought Resident Evil Village, and you're going to bring that game home. There's a storm coming. boom, the power goes out, your router gets fried, or maybe you just don't have internet, the best internet. I mean, some places in the world have data caps, and what happens if you can't download the rest of the game or download the patches? That's something to really think about. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that, this instance kind of shows the realization that physical media is almost like a placebo to people like us that are, kind of stuck in the past, that, it's been playing for over 3 decades of gaming, and it's just what we know. We know that you go to a store and you buy a game and you have that physical copy. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts about it, guys. Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, but also hit that bell so you're notified on all future videos that come out on this channel. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.